Ciao belly, welcome again to my 15 minutes class. Today we're gonna talk about healthy knees. So we just need our yoga mat and we can start. We can lay down on one side. So we can support our body on our elbows, we can support the hands and pressing on our hands, or we can all lay down all the way. So the knees are bended and they're just pointed forwards. What I want to do is a simple movement. I just lift my knee and I point the knee to the ceiling. So I'm going to start to feel the resistance of my inner thigh and the activation of the glutes. Inhale as we close. Exhale. We point the toes together as we want to support somehow the leg somewhere. Exhale and inhale. Let's do it because we want to, as we say, we want to activate properly our glutes as a proper support for our knees. The other hand should be here as a support on the floor or just on your hip. Let's do just two more. Exhale through your mouth, inhale into your nose. Now, let's come up on our elbows and we want to lift again our knee. Then we want to extend the leg, pointing the toes and flex the foot. Then point, then bend, and then close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and let's start again. Inhale to prepare, and exhale. And flex, and point, and touch, and close. One more. In. You can always take your eyes and checking whatever you're doing, because we're gonna follow the line also with our upper body to support the movement. So again, muscles in the glutes are activated, and now also the quads are involved in the movement. We are stretching the hamstring, we're pointing the toes as the activation also of our feet. Let's do one more time. And close and rest. We start to feel all the activation of our legs. Good job. So let's slowly move on the other side. And let's do the same movement. So again, you can reset your body. You can decide wherever you want to be. And just lift your upper body from the floor. Let's start with the climb again. Let's count 8 reps. And 3 and 4. Exhale as you lift. Inhale. 4 more. 4, 3 and 2 and 1. So we already lifted up. Now let's start again with the full motion. So we point and flex and point and touch and close. Remember, as slow as you go, as much you're gonna feel the effect of your exercise. Let's do only 3 more, as is more complex exercise. We're gonna feel suddenly tired because of that. Give support to your body with your inhalation and exhalation. All right, only 1 more. Stay with me. And flex, and point, and touch, and close. Good job. Okay, you can come up. Give maybe a rest to your shoulder. And slowly, we open the legs with the feet hips width. And starting from the nice and tall seated position, we start to roll down. So belly button into the spine. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, I'm going to articulate my spine and I'm going to lay down on the floor. All right, we're going to do a movement we did also in the last exercises, in the last video we record together. So bend your knee even more, pointing the ceiling. The feet are flat on the floor right now. We're just warming up with a few shoulder bridges. So really easy, you exhale as you press the feet down on the floor. Inhale all the way down. Let's do 2 more, just to warm up also our spine. Last one. All right, now as your hips are touching down into the floor, you want to keep your feet even closer to your glutes. Let's start with the activation of our feet, the proper one, and our calves. So what we want to do, as we lift the hips, we're going to lift the heels as well. Keep the heels up and inhale to bring the hips down. And keep your heels really nice and tall. Inhale down. Give me 5 more. And in. Exhale to engage and squeeze all the back side of your body. And 6, 5, and 4. Shoulders always away from your ears. We want to maintain a good posture. Also, if we're laying down on the floor, on the last one, we're gonna hold the top of your bridge and we're gonna start to squeeze your glutes for 8, 7, keep breathing, 6, 5, 4, and 2, and 1, and squeeze even more and left, and then all the way down into the floor. Good job. All right, rest your heels down on the floor. Now grab your knees and just give some gentle stretch to your lower back and your upper back. Open your chest. All right. If you're having issue and you don't want to really bend your knees because you feel pain, you can do the same. Just adjusting, pressing your feet down into the floor and adjusting your spine, like using the floor as a support. All right. Now from this point, I'm really grabbing my shin, lift the hips, and we're gonna sit down on the floor. Well done. All right, let's do some standing exercises now. Right? So slowly come up from the floor and reset your body. You stand on one side of your mat. We're gonna go some lunges, all right? If you're struggling on the lunge to the front, because we wanna maintain a good alignment, knee and our feet and our foot. And at the same time, we wanna go up and down with our knee on the floor. It's a good alignment for your upper body, you see? And 2, and 1. Okay, if you had any injury and you want to avoid this kind of movement because it's too much for you, the easiest way is to step back. So what I'm going to do is fixing my posture first, feeling my balance. My eyes are always pointing forward. Shoulder away from ear, belly button in. So bend the front knee and the back one is going to barely touch the floor and up. And 2. This is an amazing movement if you want to center again your joints, so your ankle and your knee together. At the same time, you're working on the back side of the back leg, right? On the leg is always bending and standing, is the one who's activating the back muscles, and the one is stepping forward and is bending to the front is always activating the front muscle. So you create a good activation, a good balance, both sides. All right, let's say we did 8. We're gonna step back with the other leg because we are still thinking on someone who had injury, right? And we're gonna do the same, nice and smooth. Inhale and exhale. You don't need to step that deep. If you feel it's too much for you, you can always decide to close your gap and have more balance. Let's do 5 more. Inhale down and exhale up. And 4. Always pressing down the front foot into the floor. So you want to have good support. And 2. And 1. All right, step your feet together and shake your legs. All right, those are just few exercises you can use in your routine if you want to take your muscles stronger. At the same time, you want to center in your joints. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much to watch this video, and don't forget to be healthy and to keep moving. Okay. Okay, see you soon.